So hi, today I'm trying to replace the onboard BEC on my FC, which is recently broken, as I previously running external BEC on it, but today I'm trying to replace the chip. Just zoom this in. So you can see this one is actually the onboard BEC. It's labeled as MGM. Now if we look at the external BEC, which is this one, more focus. Yeah, this one is actually running the same chip, MGN. And for other BEC, this other chip. This one is actually MGN 818. And the similar, even though this is the same, you can see this these two is the same Matic system, but this one have a different BEC chip. This one is the AJV, and the other one is same as the onboard. This is AMG. If you look at the data sheet, like this one, let's zoom in a bit. This one is MP9943, but if you scroll down, it is actually the AMG chip, which is the original onboard BEC, the AMGY, which the naming is Y is the year code and the AMG is the product code. But if you directly search the AMG, you can't actually get any result. If you're lucky, you maybe can get the Taobao or other link related, but there is no direct naming. Even if you look at the MPS website, which is the chip provider with the decoding table, there's no telling directly the naming, what is the MG mean or other stuff. There's only tell the years and the month for the packaging. Even if you're using the SMD code, you couldn't find any, so that's kind of weird. But after some research, I actually could find two related. One is the original one, which is the MP9943. The onboard one is the MG. Wait, let me check. It's the MGN. And the other one is, I believe it's this one, the AJVG1, which is same. The Y represent the year code. So if you are using this chip, you are trying to replace it, I think they are all interchangeable. So if you want to replace your onboard BEC by replacing the chip itself without using an external chip, you could try searching up the MP9943 or maybe the MP4423. I've gone through the data sheet for both. Actually, they are quite similar. They are basically literally same thing. Now this kind of BEC is designed to output a voltage by designing the different by using the passive component, the resistor and the capacitor and stuff to design the output. So it's not like a voltage regulator can direct output a certain voltage.
2,000 years later.
Alright, so I've replaced the BEC chip here. You can see, because I'm not using any microscope, so you can see this right one is actually differ a bit. It's a bit down and the bottom is a bit left, but I'm guessing it should be fine as the pad is actually quite large and there's a 1mm gap in between, so it should be fine. And since I don't have any smaller probe for my multimeter, I couldn't test the chip or the pin, so I'm just gonna hook up to a battery and see what happens. Yeah, so let's zoom out. So I have here my ESC. Actually solder a capacitor and a XT60 connector, and I have my connector from FC to BC to my ESC. So let's hook this up. I'll do my multimeter. But before that, let me just bring up the pin layout diagram. Let's check. There's a 5V pin up here, and the 10V is right here for the camera, your VTX. And this one, I believe, is a isolated 5V, because I tested before. It's actually not connected to other 5V, because this one is for the ERS receiver or your other AS receiver. I think they isolated for noise reduction or whatsoever. So I'm gonna test it now. Hopefully nothing blow up. Yep, it lights up. It's a good sign. Let's try to test it. From the diagram, just bring up the diagram. 5V pin up here, down here, and 10V here. Right. Let's try the isolated 5V, 4.72. Seems stable enough. Let's try the 5V, 5.0204. It's okay. 10V, 10.5. Yeah, I think it's working now. But it doesn't necessarily mean the problem is fixed, because the no load tests have different result with on load tests. So if I hook a receiver or my VTX on, it still might drop the voltage. So that's still broken. I do not know. So I need to wait until I hook up my receiver and the VTX. I want to keep this video as short as possible, so just until I've replacing the BEC part.